And we're back. Hello. So Henri, you have a friend. It's very creepy. Good job. You've
That's what I'm here for. Filling the quota.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ask if I can pat the dog.
You can pet the dog.
I pat the dog.
How does Jenny feel about this whole situation?
Yeah, Jenny would be like. Is Jenny used to like all of the weird shit that happens around town, or like is
Probably.
she like quite? Do you shield her from it?
Let me check on her. Tireless and calm? Yeah, I think she'd be pretty comfortable, actually.
Yeah.
She's seen it all.
Cat-faced Jenny.
Yeah.
The dog's name is Brother, just to be extra creepy.
That is so creepy. I
That
love
is
it.
super creepy. Great, excellent, great. Wow, yay!
Awesome.
That's a good thing. Role playing games are fun. What do you do?
I would like to, if people are okay with us actually taking what is effectively like a short rest, here, to prepare ourselves. There is a move that I would quite like to do, which involves putting a spirit into a totem. That would, and I would choose one that was going to help us in what we're doing. What might happen in the cave, but yeah, that's up to folks as to whether or not you're happy to take. It would be like an hour.
Yeah, I think Anhaka has some things she can do as we wait for that.
I was going to say, like, when you settle into rest in an unsafe area, is the trigger for a move.
Are we? I mean, are we resting? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the question I'm asking. Ha.
I mean, I don't know, because our intent is not to rest. Our intent is to prepare ourselves. But
Yep. Then that's fine. Then you're not settling into rest.
okay.
I wanted to like check that trigger wasn't happening.
Can I use a previous... So last session with Henri, I used one of my adventuring tools to find a torch. Can I still have that torch on my person, or do I have to use another adventurer's tools?
No, as long as you marked it in your inventory and like marked its weight. So like weight management is a thing in this game. Do like remember that, because if you are over encumbered, then you actually make it harder for everyone to explore because you're slow and like slow everyone down. So that is a thing. So yes, your torch. You have your torch. It is one weight by default, I imagine. And yeah, you totally have that, because the thing is, you don't get your expended uses of adventuring gear back. So, like, you get to keep the torch. Like the fiction continues, right? Like we don't have a thing go like.
So while Bao is...
No one here has gone to a Pokemon Center.
I will make a Pokemon Center and it will be full of creepy bears.
Great.
While Bao is doing her ritual to focus her spirit, I will try to light a damp torch, and once she's got it like smouldering and kind of kindling, she jams it in between the shoulder blades of this dog, so she doesn't have to hold it.
Okay. Does someone have like a flint and tinder or something?
Shall I just expend another use? Yep.
Up to you.
Like, yeah, it's unless it's specifically. Actually, you know what? Though, I think we can fictionally establish that it was a self-lighting torch, right? Like, we can fictionally establish that like torches, because we exist in a in a place where like those things might have been invented previously. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
You fill it with smoky mushrooms and they all go...
Well, yeah, I think that like just like it's like some like you can have just like a Zippo tapped like tied to a torch.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's cool.
It's hard to choose one. Which spirit? Do we think we want like? Do we want a spirit that will like help us like be wiser and more like perceptive, or one that will like be good for like physical defense, or like actually I still have the ruby thing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, no, I'm going to make that one. Alright, because I wanted to do that anyway. So I am going to make that ruby into a totem, and I am going to fill it with the spirit of desire.
Awesome. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a good one.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So I think, like, in which case I'm doing this, like, I'm sitting near everybody, but I've, like leant right over, and I'm, like, holding my hands sort of, you know, like if you were trying to hide your, like, homework from someone, or, like, you're writing from someone.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, sort of fiddling with it and, like, whispering to it, but I'm trying, like, to stop people from seeing it while I'm doing this. And then, like, I put the thing into, like,
Sorry.
my bag. Like, I think I've got the bag that is like the big, you know, put sticks and bones and feathers and stuff in a bag, but then I also have like another one that's like actually has a, you know, a closey latch bit on it.
Yeah.
So I put it in there, and yeah, and then I'm good.
Cool. Yeah, what does this period look like for Marlo and Haga? This like period of preparation.
Marlo, at the start of it, his left leg is wooden from the knee down, and he was trying to rub the spots on his hands like off on the wooden leg, but they're not coming off. And then he like goes over and jams his shovel in the ground and sits down and pulls out his pack. And as a player, I know that antitoxin probably won't work here, but I think might try it. Can I spout lore on these spots before I do that?
No, you.
Oh, somebody already did, didn't they?
You already did. You know,
Yeah.
you don't know about them, apart from the fact that you're pretty sure it's not, a like fungus thing that any of you are familiar with.
And it's not the horrid burning death because it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, I think he like sits there and like pulls out poultices and herbs and an antitoxin. He's like looking between them in the background, but we never see him actually use one of them.
Yeah, just being like, Yeah.
And then he just like puts them both away.
Yeah.
And just like starts scrubbing his leg again.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
And Haga, what are you up to?
Yes. Well, Anhagen knows that there are lots of cattle bones here, and they either got here as bones or they got here as cattle. And either way, there would have to be some sign in the dirt over exactly what that process was, where it came from, and what was bringing them. So she's going to be looking around, maybe moving some things out of the way, trying to clear some of the brush out of the way, hunting for some kind of sign in the earth of how these were brought here and where those things went or what they were.
Yeah, I feel like that could be a spout law or a read the situation. I'm happy to let you choose.
I was thinking also of, let me see if I can.
Or do you have something
find it.
specific?
Where is it? Hunt and track, maybe?
Yes, legit.
That's assuming there's something to hunt and track.
Yep, no, that.
Okay. So I'll take the +1. Does the +1 forward still apply here?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Hell yeah. Choose one for me.
I would love the useful information about the quarry, since I don't actually know what it is yet.
Yep. the cattle were leaving the crack.
Huh.
Because a lot of them made it. A lot of them went off down a path further back the way that you came, in fact, towards Beta. There was you can see that there used to be a path here where many things, long time ago, but you can tell from the way that the earth is lower in this area that there used to be a path where many creatures would go from this crack in the earth, in the cliff, from the cave. Many creatures would head out from here.
Do I have a sense of how old these bones are?
At least a century.
Okay, great.
So the crack is wide enough for cattle to move through.
Yeah, I think because I had a meter and a half wide. Yeah, just
Okay.
wide enough. Yeah. Yeah. They would have an inch, a healthy cow would have an inch on either side of them.
Wow. Okay. That's really odd. So
And that's far older than the whatever the non-bone things are as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting then. Because I did wonder whether that was an indicator that some of them were actual cows and some of them were fake cows.
Yeah.
But no, these are imitating or have grown in imitation of the things that have been here for a century.
Yeah.
Weird.
I think the other
So,
thing I'll give you with a 12 is, I think, of a similar age, I think you find one bone that is not cattle. And it's just where this area meets that deeper trail. It's on the borderline there. And it is a piece of jaw. It is a humanoid style jaw, but with a what's that? 7-inch tusk coming out of it. And it's just one jawbone, big tusk. And this thing's head would have been watermelon sized, like 1.5 times that of your own head.
Are orcs a known thing?
I mean, there are a couple of orcs in the village, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, Calyx and orc, isn't she?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So is that roughly Calyx shaped or sized, or
no,
not
bigger.
at all?
Oh, okay. So talking bigger than orcs. Yeah. Okay, right.
I have one other question, and this is sort of a rules thing. I forgot to do this earlier when we arrived, but my racial thing is past knower. That when I enter an important location, my call, I can ask the GM for one fact from the history of that location.
Cool. All right. Are you asking me now?
Yes. I am wondering what this place and the area around it was about 100 years ago.
Fair call.
Or who lived here, at least, about 100 years ago.
About 100 years ago, men went screaming as the bodies of their cattle were dashed against the cliff face by something that was not like them, and there were sounds of. I think there was sounds of gun. I think there was the sound of gunshot. I think the sound of a single gunshot.
I'm curious to know whether this is is this a situation where you come into a space and you you have an impression of that past, or is it more of an academic, you just know a lot of stories about important places?
I feel like it's it's not academic necessarily, but in that sort of bardic oral tradition sense.
Right.
Stories passed down from other people and remembered and memorized.
So I think that the story you know of, like, you know, the story that is like a part of like Beta's like oral tradition, which is like, we don't have cows because, right? Like, the cows that we had were dashed against cliffs. And you get here and you go, the cows that we had were dashed against cliffs? That's what this is.
Yeah,
Right.
by giant St. Patrick, maybe.
Yeah,
Or
who knows?
something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Cool. Well, it sounds like everyone's got their preparation sorted.
Yep. Guess we'll go into a creepy cave.
Yay!
What does that look like? What do you like? How do you go about your entry into the cave?
We'll lead with the dog torch, and Henry will follow.
Cool, excellent. So yeah, you make your way into the cave, and as you're heading in, I think the first thing that you're going to come across is probably that orb thing. It's curled up in the like cotton like tendrils, like it's held by it, but it's not. I think once you're close enough, you're like, oh, it's not grown from it. It's not bioluminescent. It's actually like hard, like a pearl or a spherical gem. But it's being like grasped onto by it, and you can see that there's like further up there's like a shard of some kind of like a little bit of crystal or something, and then a little further up I think you can see like a couple of gold coins that are being held onto by these tendrils, and then while you're in this like narrow passageway, you can see that it opens further up. You can see that there's like shafts of light from like the top of the cave, like casting down, and I think you hear the creak of like ancient metal, that sound of like rusted metal, like bending or moving in the wind. And there is a wind in here. There is a draft. Yeah, I think that's while you're in the passageway. That's where you're at.
So is this orb self-luminescent?
Yes. The others, the coins and the shards of crystal, are not, but the orb is.
I would like to pull out my bone dagger and cut it out of the cotton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The cotton tries to like grasp at the knife as you do so, but I think the fact the knife is like a sharp knife, right? Yeah, in which case you can cut through it faster than it can grab a hold. But yeah, it's definitely like trying to like weave onto it and pull it into itself. But you cut the thing free, and like all of the bits that have been like cut just turn into like the dried out bits outside. They kind of like go hard and crack and fall down. And yeah, you have this mandarin sized indigo orb that has like seems to have like a cyan light coming out. I mean, it's on the ground in front of you because it's fallen down.
I lean over and pick it up.
Cool. It glows really brightly like a torch. It casts light all throughout the area that you're in. As soon as you touch it,
I think I would pass it along for everyone else to. First, I will ask Horu to grant me sight beyond sight, and I want to see if it's magic. I've got detect magic as a cantrip.
Oh, it's magic. Yeah.
Can I tell what sort of magic?
What does it look like? What does your detect magicking look like?
So I kind of like the Monty Python sketch, but not as funny because it's gross. But she goes and just looks through the gross bit on her hand at it. Because
yeah,
Horu's weird like that.
Yeah. Haru shows you the image of a lighthouse that was a lighthouse being like struck and destroyed, and that the light that lived there, whoever struck and destroyed it, like did so to like steal the light from a lighthouse and put it into this thing.
Wow.
Which is why it's the color it is, because it's light from the sea.
That's neat. But also, yeah, that's an interesting one because that indicates that this thing has traveled a long way. There's no lighthouses and oceans near here, right?
Not that you've
Unless
seen.
the sea has traveled a long way.
True.
I will pass it along, and I guess whoever wants to have it can have it. Whoever thinks it fits their character the most.
Is it made of stone? Does it feel like it, Marlo? When Marlo holds it?
It's like a
It feels gemstone-y glassy.
yeah.
Okay. Do you think I could speak to this stone?
Yeah.
All right.
That's neat.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to cast that spell again. I think the prayer is a little more frustrated sounding this time. Okay, that's an 8.
Yeah.
So the cleric cast a spell.
Mhm.
Well, should I mix things up or distance myself? I'm gonna draw and welcome attention or put myself in a spot.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Why not?
Sounds good. Ask me a question, and then I'll navigate. I'll narrate.
Do I
the
get 3
answer.
questions? I think.
Do you get 3?
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
The spell gets cast. Who made you?
I think actually, like, the image you get is of it being placed carefully into an orrery at the center, and this and like you see like skilled hands filing gears, and you hear the sound of ticking clocks. Yeah.
How far from here do you truly belong?
A long time ago.
Will you guide us?
It will light your way. It will reveal hidden paths. It will, show you danger where it lurks.
I like-
like specifically. I think it says, if you will trust me and hold me aloft.
I think Marlo, like, in the light of this stone, he like turns around and looks back at the rest of them. Do other people hear this? I'm not really sure.
Nope.
Is this
That's
stone
what I was
speaking?
about to ask. No, I think. But do we hear you speaking?
Yeah, I think I speak out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if the stone's replies are audible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it speaks to you in the language of stone, right? Like,
Yeah. So I don't think we can hear it. But I think when you look back, like Bao has been like watching this process very intently, like watching what you're doing, and like actually like kind of like it has like taken the same pose as though like she's holding the stone and like sort of like like kind of copying like your movements as though she finds them just really interesting. When you sort of like finish doing that, she like looks at you and says, I think you're good friends with it. You should keep it.
He kind of looks down and okay, and then he just holds it straight up.
Cool.
Great.
It told me to do this.
Yeah. At which point, like, yeah, it casts, like, the light is cast down both ends of the, like down through the passageway in both directions, the cotton on the wall writhes, and someone someone down in the area beyond the passageway, I think, whispers to someone else, and you hear the sound of moving feet on stone.
Ooh.
You know, like it's a hurried whisper. It's a oh yeah.
Shall we hurry then?
Yeah, how far down the tunnel is that sound?
The tunnel is about 50 meters long. It's not a long tunnel.
And it seems like they're speaking at the end.
Yeah, there's a big open area at the end. It seems like, because that's where the sounds and the light and the wind are from.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll just approach carefully and
fastly walk down that way, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, you make your way down, and as you get to the end of the passage, the dog stops and gets up on its haunches and growls and says to you no, I don't think it says to you. It says out loud, who, and you hear someone be like, and you hear someone else be like, what's this? And you peer around and you see a person in one of these coats that mysterious strangers wear, and has a big leather hat, leather cap hat thing that very broad brimmed, sloped down, comes basically down to their shoulders, and you can only see their pale chin and lips, and their teeth glint slightly in the light from the orb held aloft. They're and I think he has in his hand, what's the word? What's the thing I'm thinking of? Just a wooden club, basically. But it's about a foot long. And he twirls it in his hand with practiced dexterity. And he's the dog asks him who he is, and he's like, what's this? And he peers around, and he's and he calls back, and he's he calls back to further back in the cave, and says, someone's come looking.
Oh, question. Does the voice of this person sound anything like any of the spirit voices?
Same accent.
Okay.
Same turn of phrase. Same comes from the same place.
Comes from the same place. And so the accent was a little bit was distinctive then. Was notable.
Yeah, they used words in a strange way as well, right? Or at least strange about.
I was going to say I could try spell outlaw, but I don't feel like it makes sense.
No.
Me too.
Yeah, they shorten words in strange ways, and yeah.
So I think I lean to whoever's closest to me, whoever that is, maybe Anhaga or something, and say, say quietly, this person sounds like the spirit people, same group.
So just quietly nods.
So the dog goes, it's just going, who are you?
Yeah, it was asking that with a growl, and
the guy, the person is looking back, saying who or what's this?
He spotted that there's a group of people in the tunnel, but the light's quite bright,
it was
so
just
it's actually
surprised.
Kind of silhouetting you, and so I think he's like, someone's come looking. I suggest you turn around, friends, and no, that's not the accent. Come on. All right, mates. I suggest you be turning around. Make sure you make sure you don't make sure you forget anything you've seen here. It's not good to go poking your nose in dark corners.
Well, we ain't seen much. She kind of Henri retorts in a sarcastic version of the accent. We're just looking for these weird mushrooms, and she holds up a mushroom that goes clack, 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 clack. And we were worried that we're like monstrous mushrooms or something here, but there's just you.
I think if you, I kind of want to establish just for me, where in the marching order is Marlowe?
I think Marlowe is probably second behind Henri because he got the stone first.
Yep. So in that case, you can see that like all through this cave area, like now that the light is here, I think let's establish like Marlowe like steps forward a little bit and it casts light throughout the cave area, and all over the walls are these mushrooms with teeth and eyes and tongues and fingers.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Growing out of the walls, and like they're connected by all of these cotton like threads that cover the walls, and like suspended in a net of this cotton like thread from the like hole in the ceiling of the cave, where the light is like pouring in through past it. Suspended from the ceiling is this ancient tin or steel like barge that is like being held up by like this cotton webbing, and that's the thing that is like creaking metallically in the wind as it like just moves like an inch. But like there's so much of this and like it has the barge, obviously, where it would have had barnacles, obviously has like eyes and teeth and toes and like bits of bone from the like growing of this strange thing. So you like, I think that's what you spot as Marlowe like casts the light around the room.
Okay. Can I try to take all this in while avoiding eye contact with as many of these mushrooms as possible?
Yes, you can definitely do
that. I think Marlowe is kind of a mercenary, just takes a job fighting when he had to. But he's been in battles before. If there's any large scale battles in this world anymore, I'm not exactly sure.
There are still like skirmishes, but not huge battles very often.
Okay, but he's got a little bit of a tactical eye. So first of all, he wants to see if this person's armed. Second, see if he can determine where any allies of this person are. And third, try to find like the best position in here.
Yeah, that sounds like reading a situation. Or rather, discerning realities. And I'm going to... Right, cool. I was going to give you a neg1 for like having to do it quickly, but...
there it is. That's a 5.
Yeah.
There are too many creepy mushroom eyes.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
And I think that like your moment of hesitation is the one in which this guy is like, that's mine. Throw it to me, and holds up his is it called a baling pin?
A belaying pin.
Belaying pin. There we go. A belaying pin. He holds up his belaying pin and is like ready to like give it to me, or I will fucking smash you. Like, that's mine. Give it to me.
How action movie do we want to go here?
I mean, go for it.
All right. Marlowe tosses it up like 30 feet in the air, but at an arc towards him, like it's gonna reach.
I'm talking about the mushroom, not the ball, not the light.
Oh, well, Marlowe thinks he's talking about the orb. Though.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So Marlowe tosses the orb up.
Uh-huh.
And this glowing blue ball flies towards him, but he's also charging this guy at the same rate to try to hit him with the same.
Cool. Awesome. That sounds like rolling hack and slash.
Yeah, I think he's going for like a shovel across the body or face or something like that. Not trying to kill this guy, but...
Yep.
Like, knock them out.
If you kill him, I get to keep him.
I mean,
and I
one
can
dog
use
is a
the-
friend.
Alright. Yeah, cool. Excellent. What does your attack look like?
What does Marlowe's attack look like?
Yeah. Like, you make impact, you deal damage, so roll your damage as well.
Yeah.
And then I'll work out what mine looks like in response.
Let's see. Roll damage. Where's the damage roll here? I have... Oh, alright. Got it. Come on. That's 10.
Wow.
So I think what this looks like... here's the thing. I think the reason it's so high is because he tosses this orb up, charges, and his shovel is folded, and he snaps it open while he's running, and so it's like 6 feet long or something. So my shovel has 2 ranges. This is reach range. So he swings early and doesn't realize that he has the serrated edge forward. He meant to hit him with like the blunt edge of the shovel, but he accidentally hits him with the sharp edge, like across the chest, I think.
Yep.
Ugh. Yep.
Cool.
Because like the light's shifting, he doesn't know which way he's swinging this thing.
Yeah, it's like a swinging light bulb, only bluer.
I'm just trying to. I'm quickly looking through my PDF to try and find the stat block for this guy because I closed it.
That's 11 damage, by the way, because the serrated edge gives +1.
Yeah, no, that's a lot.
Nice.
Almost cut him in half, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you kill him, but let me check.
Oh yikes!
I was hoping it was going for the face of the shovel to like the head, because that's always a satisfying noise.
Right, like that's kind of what I. If the damage was lower, I might have said that's what happened, but I think I gotta do this.
I'm so
I didn't mean to jog him so hard.
I'm so angry right now that there isn't a Taylor thing in there isn't a stat block for Taylor in the Dungeon World book because there is Tinker, Soldier, and Spy.
Oh.
Here we go. So yeah, he did. On the plus side for him, he's gonna roll. He's gonna make roll damage against you. So.
He belays you.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is that I think he does the damage mostly falling down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Either that or this damage is from the orb hitting me in the back of the head.
No, I think it's the belaying pin because the belaying pin is heavy. That's why he uses it.
Is it like he gets sort of cut across the chest and like kind of falls forward onto Marlowe and like stabs him with the pin and then like kind of like falls down slowly?
Yeah,
that's what
something
I'm
like that. Yep, definitely.
I put up my other hand to try to block this and it goes right in the black spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, cool. At which point, yeah.
So I'm actually gonna say armor doesn't count there either.
Armor would count for you for that damage roll.
If Marlowe's barehanded, I mean,
yeah, if you're fictionally positioning yourself against it, that's fine.
I'm fine with that. I got a lot of HP, so.
Cool, excellent.
Oh.
So from the barge hanging from the things, you hear click click click, woof woof woof.
Okay.
Like the sound of a gas heater lighting.
No.
It sounds
Sort of
like
oomph.
yeah. What sort of
a black powder wolf?
Oh, okay.
Similar, but not the same.
Yeah. Okay. But I just witnessed a creature die.
You did.
So I would like to try to bind its spirit to a special totem.
How long does that take for you?
It does not say. It just says you can bind its spirit to a special totem you carry.
Oh no, I'm asking you fictionally.
Oh, fictionally. I think this is actually quite a quick thing. I think this has to, like, I have to do this pretty soon, because like spirits are, wibbly wobbly, wondery things. And also because I'm used to like sometimes spending time with Henri, who is gonna like probably turn it into a zombie. So gotta get in quick, like pull the spirit out before any of that happens. So yeah, I think it's a pretty quick thing. It's like I have this particular sort of totem, like the spare one, kind of somewhere that's very easy to get to. And I've forgotten what this looked like last time. I remember the totems are like a little bone wand.
Because the thing that I'm interrogating here is let's use action's definition of a moment being 3 seconds. You have a moment.
Yep. I mean, look, the thing is, I'm going to complete this action regardless of whatever else happens
Cool.
anyway.
All right. Yep. Then you do that. So roll for that. If you need to.
Yes, I do. I need to roll plus wisdom. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yes.
Sick. Awesome.
Cool. So the move is spirit is captured. The GM will tell you what happens when you release the spirit. The effect is something supernatural and associated with the spirit's nature or its greatest desire in life. A spirit catcher totem does not have charges and can be released freely, but the spirit must move on after it's used. So,
So what do I have to tell you?
You tell me what will happen. Well, actually, this is where the wording is complicated. It says, the GM will tell you what happens when you release the spirit.
Well, then, when you release the spirit, I'll tell you what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happened last time.
Like, that's
not...
Yeah,
that is what happened last time.
So, yeah, when you release the spirit, I'll let you know. But, like...
What should I call this spirit?
Barge man.
Do I get a sense of it as I like pull it in and put it into like something that it doesn't have to be particularly descriptive. How might Bao interpret the like sense of this thing?
One who hides others.
One who hides others?
And like, or keeps lookout for the hiding.
Okay. Cool. Alright, I'll put one who hides others. Cool, thank you.
Alright, cool. That moment has passed, so, so, like, click, woomph, 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 like, second, 1, 2, 3, bang, bang, bang. People everyone is gonna take a d6 of damage. A d6 or a d8? Let me look. It's a d8 because it's the same damage because it's the same model, right? So everyone's taking a d8 of damage unless they're doing something to avoid it.
And is this like an explosion that is happening?
There are bits of lead flying towards you at high speed.
Oh, right.
Can we defy danger?
You can, like, if you explain how, fictionally, let me know.
I am definitely not defying danger because I'm finishing the thing that I was doing, so...
will hitting the deck be sufficient?
Ow.
Oh no, Emily, you took 7, not 8, but remember to minus your armor. Because I rolled for you. I'm rolling. Actually, no, you all should be rolling your own damage, so yeah, Emily.
Yeah.
You take a d8.
I take it.
Will just, the deck? Like, dodging to the floor be sufficient? Like, is it aimed? Or is it...
Yeah, I mean, it's a volley. So, yeah, you can definitely, like, defy danger with dexterity by hitting the deck.
I was thinking of doing something as well.
Yeah?
Which was that I know that Anhaga knows what a gunshot is. I know that Anhaga recognized the sound of black powder going off. And I think she would infer that a bunch of myconid farmers wouldn't rig the entire place to explode. And from that would probably infer that whatever's going to happen, it's going to be some kind of localized danger rather than the entire place collapsing or exploding or something like that.
Yeah.
So let's see, because where is everyone? Marlowe's in the middle of the room, right?
Marlowe is like a few feet into the room.
Body, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so probably Henri would be the only one like in arm's reach at this point.
Probably, yeah. Yep.
Anhaga would grab Henri, sort of start pulling her, run about halfway to some wall on the other side of the room, let go, and keep going, just trying to spread everyone out from wherever this bad thing is going to happen.
Smart.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds like you're defying danger with intelligence.
Okay. Intelligence and normal.
Yeah.
Nicely done. So yeah, you and Henri, you managed to get yourself and Henri out of the way of the bullets.
Great.
As they fly. Marlowe, do you have any particular heroic move to like stop being shot at while like on the ground?
Not really. I have a question. Bao, are you next to this body, or are you at a distance?
No, I've come up next to it. I come up right next to it.
In which case, both of you smell the smell, and like I think probably Marlowe probably tastes a little bit of formaldehyde, aniseed, and chalk
coming from this body. Okay. I was wondering if I could basically throw myself over Bao, because she's run up suddenly, and then there's loud noises, and she looks distracted.
Yep.
Crouch down next to the body.
Yeah.
Emily, I think you're muted.
Oh.
I'm hearing you through ashes.
Yeah, you heard me crouches. Sorry. Yes, I've run up and like crouched down next to the body, and I'm like,
So are you
poked at its
defending?
chest. But yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to defend Bao.
Yeah, sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Excellent. So you are spending one of that hold to take the damage for Bao?
Yeah. Can I spend a second one to half that attack's effect or damage, or can I not spend multiple?
No, you can. Yep.
Cool. Well, the damage, was 8 total.
Yep.
Okay.
And you also are taking your own D8, which you're also halving.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Should I roll my D8?
Yeah, roll your D8 and halve that, and then take your armor off it.
Okay, so half of that round up or down?
I think you round up in Dungeon World.
That's fair. So that's 3 minus armor is 2 for my own damage, and then half of what Bao took, which is going to be
4.
Yeah,
4.
And take the armor off of that as well.
Okay, so 5 damage overall.
You have one more hold as well.
You still
I
got a
do.
hold, so yeah.
So long as you stand in defense, can I open the attacker up to Anaga? Is that possible? I don't even know where the attacker is. I guess.
The shots came from the barge. I think you can see three figures silhouetted, one of which has a fancy hat.
Fancy hat. I think this is just Marlowe kind of like getting shot. Like his. By the way, I didn't mention his chainmail is a crop top.
That's so good.
It's kind of like rippling around him as these bullets hit him, and he's just like staggers back a little bit and just points up at the barge, and he's like, "On the barge," and he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
Does it look like a boat, or is it like flat bottomed?
It's flat bottomed, yeah.
Okay, so he's what would he say? On the bridge.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
So yeah, and Haga, you have +1 forward in any situation where like seeing the enemies and like getting a lock on them is helpful.
Right. Can I see them can I see them from where I am now?
Now they've been pointed out, yeah.
Okay. Can I see anyone's hands?
Yes, you can see the very pale white hands on the guns.
I would love to shoot something out of someone's hands right now.
That sounds really fucking cool.
Yes.
So, I pull the bow. I've got a +1 forward from that. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold the bow, spot the hands, and take a shot, hoping to disarm somebody.
Mm-hmm. Right, on a 9. What is it? What's the...
They drop anything they're holding.
Is that the 7 to
There we
9? Cool, excellent, yeah.
That's the 7 to 9.
That's great. That's
Yeah,
so
What's
good.
the 10 plus
gives
for
you
that?
damage, I
Jeez.
think.
It's damage as well.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. So, yeah, one of the... So, yeah, you hear the cry as one of them, like, stumbles back and, like, and we see a musket fall from the... actually, it would be a rifle. It's an old rifle. Like... Napoleonic era, definitely much older than like the boat as far as like anachronism goes, because the boat is all like steel. But yeah, that clatters to the ground hilt first, or butt first.
Does it fall all the way down, or?
Oh, I think it falls and like tears through a bit of the like cotton work, and hits the ground. Yeah.
So it's fallen out of the barge.
Out of the barge, yeah.
Great.
I think from where you are in Haga, I think because you've moved around the wall, you can see that there is like a spiral walkway up the sides of the cavern, which is which would get you up to the height where you could cross across the, like, you could climb across the cotton work to get to the barge, but it would be like climbing across a net. A sticky net, and like you already know not to touch the walls, so
yeah.
Did Harrod's Defy Danger assist mine? Because I got 9, not 10.
It outright like stopped you from taking any damage.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was like the fictional positioning means you wouldn't have got hurt by it, so I can't hit you for it. Cool. That's a good place. Well, yeah, after that first volley, I think that's a good place for a break. So we will be back shortly. See you soon, chat.